Man, there is no chill in this story. They've landed, alright? In fact, let's go over here to the page I got bookmarked. Book's got a little ribbon in it. Is that cool? Let's go to this page I got bookmarked here, and you can see them setting up camp. And I guess if there's any chill in the story, it's these couple of pages. They're just setting stuff up. They're talking about what they're doing. They're showing the airplanes that they're putting together. They're building airplanes, man. The 30s were crazy. And I like this guy's little comment over here. One day, I reckon, they won't need salts like us anymore. And he's talking about the sled dogs, right? He's talking to them. Which, I don't think that's true, because they still use sled dogs there, right? Like, that's totally a thing. The movie The Thing, 1980, with John Carpenter, like Kurt Russell, that movie's not lying to me, is it? But this is great, seeing them getting their camp in order, seeing them testing their equipment. That's on the next page. Let's flip over here. Oh, I guess it's them talking about testing their equipment, but then they dynamite something here. And I did like on this page, like, you got this ominous mountain looming, which that's how it is in the world. There's mountains all over the place. And down here, look at that rock. That rock looks ominous. It looks like the rock is flowing, doesn't it? It's probably ice, and the ice probably flowed into that shape. But it still feels ominous. Here they are showing off the drills that they're using, dropping dynamite down so that they can blast out rock samples and stuff. And I gotta be careful because I showed a lot of pages here, but there's a... Yeah, this one. After they test their equipment, they get the planes built, they're like, alright, we're gonna go out and we're gonna set up 2 different camps. And we're going to leave the 3rd plane at the base camp with a couple of people, just in case of emergency. And then they set out to fly across Antarctica to the places they want to explore. There's a real sense of adventure. There's a real sense of, whoa, as they're doing all this stuff. Part of that is because of the artwork. Because it has a great sense of the place that they're at. I mean, even back here in the early pages we were looking at, when they're setting up their base camp, it feels cold, or at least it does to me. Like, I see the chunks of ice over here. I know that's ice. I know how cold this is. I see the dogs, man, and the dogs, they don't look like they're particularly warm. And the narration, the discussion, I should say, between the characters. In fact, there's a section where one character is in fact narrating because he's like writing a log entry, and he's talking about the weather and how it's a balmy summer and the temperature goes between 0 and 20 Fahrenheit. It is butt cold. It is cold there. And that's summertime. It's November. That's like in the warm season, man. They got a couple of months before things are going to get really cold. But of course, they're going to the interior of Antarctica. It's going to get even colder. And so much of the views, once they get into planes, there's a lot of great pictures like this. In fact, there's a 2-page spread that really just kind of sets the scale of where they're at. It really carries the cold desolation. The name of this chapter, let me flip back to that. Give me a second to find it. The name of this chapter is The White Aeon-Dead World, which comes from the dialogue. That is right out of what these people say to each other, or one of them says. And I think that's probably a good description, because this place has been dead for eons. Eons, however you want to pronounce that word. This was a successful chapter. It showed us that these people are not foolish. They are competent, they are prepared, they have equipment, they have tools, they got what they need to start doing their experiment. To start doing their expedition. And they work through their expedition. I really shouldn't show any of those pages though, because, you know, we're kinda at the point where I've showed a lot of stuff, but they're examining the samples they've blasted up. And the biologist they brought with them sees that there's something unusual with those samples. They're in a mysterious, strange, faraway land. Somebody finds something weird. What you think's going to happen? If you're thinking to yourself, this sounds like the setup to a horror story, you're probably right, because this sure sounds like the setup to a horror story. You all take care of yourselves. You have a great day, great night, great whatever you got going on. I hope to see you again next time. Till then, bye-bye.